Yep, yep, yep. I'm back at the cabin this morning for the first sit of November. It's the morning of the 1st. I'm in a tree that is not my normal tree for the cabin. It's across the food plot there, about 50 yards. The reason is I came in here yesterday and hung this set because we were supposed to have a southwest wind. That tree over there is not good for that wind, but this one, basically anything out of the west I can blow over the pond. I definitely could have been in that tree. I could have been about anywhere this morning because there's no wind, high pressure, clear skies for the most part. Thermals are going to be going straight up this morning. But I figured I'd come back and sit this one. It does have a little bit better angles at this food plot if something works out here. There's one lane out here if they work the west edge of it, but it's going to be tough to get a shot maybe. But I have two pretty good windows here, and I've got one down to my left, right inside the timber. I've got trails coming off of my other two food plots over here, and I got a trail coming out of the timber across the way. The other reason I hung this yesterday is because at 7:30 yesterday morning, there was a really, really good 8-pointer about 3 minutes behind a doe. And you guys know this is the time of year where if you got a doe that seems like she's close or that she's in, you got to get in on them because she could be one of the first ones. There might be, every buck in the county might be in that area. So as much as I would hate to tag out on two 8-pointers, this deer is a stud of an 8, and it would mean a little bit more on this 10-acre piece knowing that I've put in all the work, that we actually own it. That would add just a little bit more than whatever the deer could score. And he's definitely a mature buck as well, so maybe he'll show up. It's also this type of spot where, I mean, anything could show up at any time like the next couple weeks. We've had it happen before where we've had surprise bucks in here. A lot of times they'll come in for a few days and then they'll leave, so I'm hoping that's what that 8's doing. Hoping he's either with that doe and pushed her out and got off of her and is going to come through here, or that he's still going to be dogging her and she'll come into this food plot and I can get a shot at him. I saw about every doe on the place and fawn last night, and none of them had a buck with them. So we'll see if there's any more around, if she was a different one, if he's still around. It's going to be a good sit either way. It's November 1st and I'm excited to be in a tree. Well, it's been an eventful November 1st for sure. I've seen 4 different bucks. A couple 3-year-olds, a 2-year-old. Had a doe come underneath of me early. Heard some walking in the woods over here. 2 of them fought behind me and really got after it for just a minute. Couldn't see them too good through the brush. I tried to film what I could. But about an hour ago, it's like 9:45 now, just over an hour ago, the 4th buck I saw was that shooter 8-pointer that I was in here after. And I didn't hear him coming in. I just looked over and he's standing behind this bush over here at like 25 yards. Actually wasn't even standing, he was walking to the plot. So he had his head down. I grabbed my bow. I reached up, turned the GoPro on, and turned the other camera on. And somewhere in all that, as I reached up for the camera, he picked his head up. And he caught just enough movement that he snapped at my direction. And he stood there for a minute. And then he turned and he hopped off. I don't know if I got any of it on video. I'm 99% sure I didn't get him on video. But just one of those deals where the camera saved him. If I'd had a cameraman or no camera, or even just waited for him to get out in the plot before I tried to turn stuff on, I'd have killed him. I hated to do that though. I was going to try to get some pre-roll of him walking into the plot. And I really didn't think there's any chance he could see me with his head down behind that bush. I'll show you guys about where he was standing. But he did. I don't think he really knew what I was. I don't think there's any way he could have known exactly what I was through what he was looking through. But I didn't hear him. He never blew. He didn't just take off. He hopped a few times and then stopped. And I didn't really hear him after that, so I don't know which direction he went. He wasn't with the doe, so I wonder if either that one wasn't quite ready or he was breaking off of her like I was hoping. So, should have got it done already. But that's bow hunting, especially self-filming bow hunting. I'm gonna try a rattling sequence here. It's still like dead still. So I'm gonna try to rattle. I know they'll be able to hear it from a long ways off. And then I'll probably give it 30 minutes, maybe another hour. Then I'm gonna pack it up and head back to the house. It's almost 11 o'clock. It's starting to spit rain a little bit. I'm gonna pack up, go get some lunch, take care of some stuff on the business side of things, and then be back out this afternoon, hopefully. Not 100% sure what this afternoon and tomorrow are gonna look like for me yet, but if I do get out, I'll probably be right back here. I guess I gotta hunt this guy while he's here, so if you see me later today, it'll probably look real similar.